Blue Pill. I think we live right now, my brother. Let me
Oh, indeed.
as I allow everybody to fill in the chat room.
In the Matrix.
Yeah, Blue Pill's in the cosmos. He took shrooms and he's in the cosmos right now. I ain't take mine, so I'm still in my basement because I ain't take mine.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yo, Blue, side note, you ever heard of these shrooms called golden teachers?
Yes, indeed.
All right. I'm talking to you about that after the show. That's what I'm gonna be using on the 7-day Kundalini joint, the golden teachers. But we gonna
I would say that let's talk after the show.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, let me get to these let me get to these magnificent Black businesses that are advertising on the show. Peace, family. I see everybody. War. Right. That's always peace, my brother. Let me get to these ads. Shout out one, as I just mentioned, family. Me and Blue. I'm sorry for being late, man. It's all Blue Pill's fault. I'm blaming everything on him tonight. So it's all his fault. Blame it on him if we late. He was in the cosmos. That's why. But we got the 7-day Kundalini virtually workshop. It's gonna be amazing, family.
Absolutely.
There's something going on right now in our inner world, like Panic said, because of this Betelgeuse energy that hit the planet. I mean, it's different. When you meditate, it's different. When you visualize, it just hit different. Whatever you do in the inner realm, it just hit different right now, family. It's a whole different ball game, and it's a lot more fun than it was 15 years ago because your technology within your body and your spirit, it's really time for this to go down. So it's gonna be real fun, man. We got Blue Pill's gonna be hosting a live chakra meditation, going in each chakra for 7 days. The main chakras or the 7 musical notes on the scale, or you know, that number 7 always pops up. 7 continents, 7 seas. We always hear the number 7. But Blue Pill's gonna be going in for 7 days live chakra meditation. We're gonna have instructional videos teaching us, guiding us, getting ready for it. For the September 11th meditation by Blue Pill by Brother Panic. He already did his. Dr. Phil Valentine, Billy Carson, and more. I got some sisters lined up. Khadijah, Panic's queen lined up. So it's going, and she's she's amazing when it comes to chakra work. So it's going to be amazing, family. You do not want to miss this. This is something you've never heard of or seen before. It's a 7-day event. We're going in the inner world. We're going on a retreat. When you hear retreat, you think external, but we're going subatomic on this one. So yeah, thank you, Blue, for helping me put this together, my brother. And we're gonna have a blast.
It's an honor. I look forward to it. I heavily anticipate it, and I am embodying, as a master student, all of the necessary lessons from the cosmos to prepare me to step into the role as a a master instructor, right? Let's say that.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So it is an honor beyond an honor to be able to really manifest this lesson and like I said, allowing myself to be prepared for it, because every single day, I kid you not, the cosmos shows me something new in terms of information or a tool, to get closer and closer to a tighter and more refined way to explain this to people, where it's real to them, like you said, to have an experience.
Indeed.
You feel me?
Indeed.
And knowing what I did this weekend and creating a spiral force that is going to, whip around and accelerate right into the juncture point, because we was talking about time and space and measurements and everything else. And I'll show you tonight how, without any shadow of a doubt, 9/11 Twin Towers is a 44 resonator. So as the 44 guard, I should be the one qualified to strum that particular string, because it is a tuning fork, right? The World Trade Center, a tuning fork set to A440. All right. And that particular resonant frequency has caused a disruption that only a quantum meditation of this scale can allow people to address and heal something that they might not even be cognizant of.
Yo, I'm excited. Let me get through these ads and let's start the show.
Yeah.
This is exciting, man. So yeah, go to the information is on the screen, 7daycoolingly.eventbrite.com. And my personal number is at the bottom. Don't call me and bother me. Text me. Well, you know what? For those who are interested, you can't call me. So, but only if you're really interested. But this is my personal number if you want further information on this 7-day Kundalini virtual workshop. And I normally don't do that, but this is a special event. I did this with several special events in the past. So yeah, contact the brother if you're interested. All right. We got the ancestor money readings, Reiki and EMF blocker technology. I know, yo, they sent me an Instagram. They advertise. They doing good with that ancestor money. Crystal Corner, I see you living out there. I see you living out there. But I'm proud for these folks that chose to advertise. Make sure y'all get your ass. Money is, it's man, listen, this thing, me and Blue gonna go into all it tonight. Make sure you support these folks right here. As always, with numerology, King Simon is the man. He's the master. Him and Lloyd Strayhorn. The brother has helped me for over a decade, continuously, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but over many times over the decade. So if you want any information, if you're interested in tapping into your more expansive self, because your body only represents a small percentage of your consciousness, contact that brother King Simon. His number's on the screen. Copper Mike, he got the high frequency clothing, the high frequency hat, the high frequency crowns. Call that brother number if you want to have your clothes represent who you truly are. Riverside Tai Chi got the joint balance formula on deck. If you got problems with your joint, make sure you call the brother. Magic Money, as always, this book is absolutely phenomenal at this point. I'm getting such a great reception. Make sure y'all cash at me, $Black Magic 363. The same way the channel spelled. If you're interested in it, it deals with spiritual ways to attract money, currency, and it's not just in the form of fiat, but somebody could give you the biggest favor of your life. That's currency. Somebody could donate something to you. That's currency. There's many things that can happen to you. That's currency. You could need a ride. You could need a ride to Philadelphia and in New York. That's currency. Otherwise, you would have spent $500 or $400 or whatever, a form of transportation. There's different forms of currency. You listening to this program, learning who you truly are, that's currency.
That's currency.
You know what I'm saying? So
spiritual currency. Facts.
Yeah. The fee is $10. Make sure you leave your email. Send it to Cash App if you're interested. We got the, of course, our skin, this machine, this artificial intelligence we have, our body. We have an organ that's called the skin that absorbs everything. That's the largest organ in our body. And we need to take care of that with the proper soaps and clean it with the proper soaps and lotions. And unfortunately, the ones we see in the store ain't no good for us, family, us melanated folks especially, because of our ability to absorb things and whatever. So go to www.qualityhandmadesoaps.com to get the proper soaps for your body, your kid, your husband, your wife, whoever. Spiritually lit candles. I already told y'all this is the best candles in the game. They're color changing chakra candles. You're gonna want to get you some. I'll go to spirituallylitportal.com. And with that being said, man, Blue Pill, once again, man, let me see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, real quick.
Good, Blue. Well, the Gold Water, of course.
Goldwater.com, of course.
Spell it for them. No, you got to spell it.
GOLDEWATER. Of course, with the conversation right now, grabbing the national hotlines about quote unquote cures for COVID or things of that nature, we were able to help, people allow their system to stabilize itself. I won't use the word cure in public, but, we were able to get in front of COVID on many and plenty occasions by utilizing scientifically proven concoctions that work. And there's a specific method, it's a methodology of how they work. And they're just speaking about one component when they speak of zinc. But I'm glad that they're speaking of zinc, because you can find zinc in its highest concentration in sea moss, right? And brown green algae, you can find the highest concentration of it in sea moss. So, we've been at the forefront with sea moss from day one. We have products over here, Smart Moss and Sport Moss, Vitamin C Moss, and we got a few other products, specific products that are dropping, directly addressing and dealing with the body system as it pertains to the conversation that's taking place, getting people situated for COVID defense, right? To get them COVID ready so they could be COVID compliant in this new post-COVID world. While other people have conversations, discussions, and arguments about things that on a balance of scales, it still comes out negative because it's still a chemical. We got minerals over chemicals is the campaign. Goldwater.com, GOLDEWATER. Thank
You know, I see shout out to the folks in the chat who enjoyed the money book. Miss Prosperity, because your name ain't even Prosperity, it's Prosperity. You wrote in the chat room, sent the money for the ebook hours ago. Then after that, you write, been waiting on this book forever. So this is what I'm saying, family. You got somebody that said, I just sent the money hours ago. And then they say, I've been waiting forever. Calm your ass down. Don't say you just sent the money, then say I've been waiting forever. You ain't been waiting forever. Right. You've been waiting a couple of hours. Calm down. Right. Everybody's enjoying the ebook. You gonna get it, but you ain't been waiting. Ain't been waiting weeks and months or whatever. Like, you just sent the money, so you gonna get the ebook right after the show. I'm sending out another I'm emailing another batch of ebooks or whatever. So don't do that. Don't do that. I just sent the money hours ago, but I've been waiting forever. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
And spell prosperity right. You got to put an S on that, unless you did that on purpose. But listen, family, we gonna shout out to everybody. And I'm not, I'm glad you purchased it. And I hope you left your email, sis. I hope you left your email. That's right. If you don't leave your email, you're gonna get it. So I hope you left your email. But listen, family, on to the show, man. We got a great show. Listen, I'm so excited, Blue. Yo, Blue, like you said, man. Yo, family, listen, I got it. It's late. If you got the kids watching, tell them Brother Rich might use a little bit of language tonight.
A little bit of language.
This shit is fun right now, family. It's a different ball game with this inner world. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like it ain't never been like this for me before, where it's like really a world within a world. So if you meditate, whatever you're doing, if you know just a tad bit of what you're doing, yo, you're not gonna even care about this world to a certain extent, because the point of going inside is that it automatically has a reflection on the outside. But Blue, man, listen, we got celebrities right now. It's interesting, the world we live in. We got celebrities right now. Well, people always been, but more than ever, we're noticing that money doesn't necessarily solve all your problems. And we've been known that, but we're seeing that now more than ever. Certain people, Big Sean's ex-girl, Naya Rivera.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's confirmed suicide, but she was found missing and her body was in the ocean or the lake or the river or somewhere.
Right.
You got
in the river, and her name, the etymology of her name means river.
Exactly. It's listen.
Yes. She was 33 years old. Another one of the people whose body is found submerged in water. And
we real quick, Blue. We also got Tamir Braxton, who's like sending suicide notes to E Network, and we're aligned with these corp. We got to do what we got to do. One thing we got to do, family. We can't compare 2020 and all this technology we have right now. It's so easy to be an entrepreneur. It's so easy to look back 20 years ago and say, man, I'm better than them niggas. I'm better than my parents. I'm better than my uncles. Listen, they did not have the opportunities we had. They couldn't be where I'm at. When I was an entrepreneur, when I was 20, I was on the street grinding. I told Blue, I said, Blue, yo, when it was cold in the wintertime, I didn't want to work so bad for anybody. It was so cold outside. My source of heat was what's that shit from the bus? What's that called? When the bus?
The exhaust. The bus exhaust.
When the bus would come by.
He felt that he had an advantage because where he was positioned to grind, y'all, he would get the backdraft of the bus exhaust, and that was what he was looking forward to during the day. You have to understand where this comes from. You have to understand the passion that has been created on literally what we call the front lines. Yes. When we were on the desert, we were in the desert with a cup of sand, telling people to slow down. We got something to talk about. And they're like, you got a cup of sand in your hand in the desert. What I need that for?
Right.
They cannot see the value in this information at all. You feel me? So, and that was the brother's form of that was the gratitude that he was looking forward to during the day, to be able to allow his vessel, right? Because we're going to talk about sacrificing the vessel tonight, right? And sacrificing comfort and what comes by way of sacrificing comfort, and the fact that nothing worthwhile comes from the lack of sacrifice. So the brother said, look, I'm going to sacrifice my vessel and ultimately my health for the mental health of my people, right? You stand tall all day until the work is done. And when you are out there propagating with the information and pretty much patternizing yourself after the fisher of men, right? You're looking for the people who are deaf, dumb, and blind, those who have been forgotten, those who have been written off already, to say, oh, they part of the percentage that's not gonna make it. Why am I focused on them? You know, we got our small little clique, we got the choir that we can sing to, and we like, but goddamn, but I know people out there that's still in the wilderness that maybe if they got a glimpse of this light, it would be warmth to them and they would want to come in the house. Feel me?
No, indeed.
And that's an analogy of what we're saying about this information. When it resonates with people and they're like, damn, that's something that I always wanted to hear or needed to hear, or, you know, I had questions about, and then they want to know more. And then the journey begins, right? And now they're part of the mythos. Now they have the ability to see themselves in the story. And then once they experience freedom, when they're able to free up, right? Then they could come down off of the mountain, because you only are able to free up by seeing yourself at high altitudes. You got to go all the way up. And that's talking about going through the ladder of the chakra system. I hope you're not giving too much up, right? But that's exactly the ascension protocol. That's the process that the ones have to go through to get to where they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of sacrifice. I remember you out there, you know, and I would have to call you to be like, yo, I'm gonna be out there today. I'm gonna pass through, man. Come through, set up. Like, bro, it's cold out there today. I'm like, yo, somebody might need to see you, son. I'm gonna come through and hold you down. I could promise you at least 2 hours, and I will come through. And then sometimes he had a cipher of people out there. Sometimes it was just him.
What happens when you add?
Feel me?
Yeah, indeed, indeed. I mean, it's just, you know, sacrifice is just it's very important in life, and whatever we want to attain, it usually requires some form of sacrifice, whether it be, you know, great health, or whether it be a career, or whether it be family, or even if it's a wife or husband. You know, you often got to sacrifice something. And we're so caught up in Illuminati, we're thinking about sacrificing lives, but I'm just saying, it could be time, it could be energy, it could be whatever. But you know, if you're not willing to die for nothing, you're not willing to live for anything. So there's got, you know, what made me successful, and I don't want to keep, I want to move on, but one day I made up my mind, Blue, no matter how good or no how bad it was for me as an entrepreneur, being 21 years old, is that I was willing to die with, you know, sometimes I would see people come by with suits and ties on, and there was this one brother always came by, great, cool brother. I forget his name, but he made about $80,000 a year at that time. This was a lot, because this was 15 years ago. And he admired what I did, but I also admired him and what he did. And, and sometimes I would question, like, damn, am I in the right field, or should I have gone another route? And I told myself that, you know, I gotta die with what I believe in. So if I died 15 years ago doing what I did, I'm happy. And happiness doesn't have a price tag on it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, Blue, I remember one time when I was 27 or something, I had a lot of money on me. I probably had about 50, 60,000 on me. And I wasn't that happy. I felt like an anxiety within me. And later on, I figured out what it was. And there's been times when I haven't had a lot of money at all. And I've been extremely happy with a lot less money. So just because me and Blue, and we're talking about prosperity, it doesn't necessarily mean that money is the root, or, you know, just because you're able to buy some organic foods, that's going to cure psychologically your anxiety. Mental
Right.
peace comes from within, and you can have $5 in your pocket, family, and have mental peace. And at the end of the day, that's the true currency. Mental peace and inner peace. Inner peace is the true currency. So what we're striving for ultimately is inner peace, but having money makes it a lot easier in this realm of existence to have inner peace. So you want to be balanced. You want to be balanced. You don't want to have money and not have it, or you don't want to have it and not have money. You want to have a balanced family. But Blue Pill, to get into the show, listen, 5G, there's a major quantum leap happening in Blue Pill with this 5G technology. We don't even know yet. The population doesn't even know yet, but it's going to be big. They gave up on smartphones. When you see they gave up on this shit, Blue. Well, I got a lot of orders for the Money Magic books. Shout out to everybody ordering the Magic Money book. Yeah. They gave up on this, Blue. They're not interested in advancing it. Every phone the same shit. We get Blue Pill, we getting the same shit from now on. They're getting ready for the quantum leap. They're getting ready for that 5G. They're getting ready for what's that called, Blue? The
holograms.
Yeah, the holograms. They're getting ready for that. So anybody waiting for the best news, nigga, give up. This shit,
right?
This is as good as it's gonna get right here. They're getting ready
yeah. You save that, family, as a collector's item because it's going to be part of a museum exhibit.
Yeah.
It would be spoken of the age of the phones when the phones were analog, right? That's where they're about to leave that in the dust. That anybody that has a handheld device, you are antiquated. You're like a dinosaur in technology terms, right? Because the fusion, the fourth industrial revolution, going into the fifth industrial revolution, to align itself with 5D, because let me qualify that and bump it up. In their definition, they call it the fourth industrial revolution. In our definition, we know that they never put in slavery or captivity or bondage as the first industrial revolution in America, right? That's where the foundation of business was built off of. So due to their omission, we're going to self-correct the story and say, the fifth industrial revolution involves cybergenetics and biogenetics. What is that? It's the merger of humans with machine, right? How can that be brought about in more simple terms without me stretching the imagination where people are lost? Oh, Google tattoos. Oh, having a synthetic eye, right, that you have access to that can augment your reality, like the Google glasses that are being proposed, right? Or even you now having a nano chip inside of you and that allowing you to do things that previously you weren't able to do, even such as, paying cashlessly, you feel me? Or the full immersion of the fifth industrial revolution, which will be Neuralink, right? Where now you are purely cybergenetic in your accessibility to the program, right? Or to the matrix, or to the internet, or to the internet of all things, or to the network. Because now